For me, it's a little bit a strange feeling because I classify myself as a shark and you are all dolphins. The meaning is, you know what it is to be good, you know what it is to work together in the pack, and I was trained and brought up in the tank full of sharks, and I always inspired to be the biggest white one so I can bite the others. And having said so, I think I was pretty successful in my life by biting others, and I think I learned a few lessons. You can be a shark, but you don't have to be bad. You don't have to bite unnecessary. Sometimes you have to achieve a goal. I have always the fight with Crystal about if lying and cheating is part of life, or if it's a necessity in business. I dream of a world where lying and cheating is not a necessity in business anymore, but I tell you from my experience, we are not there yet. So coming back to the topic of today, it's very simple what we're doing. Crystal, with her team, she will enable people to have as natural access to all the information the world possesses as it is for a child to learn a language, for a child to learn how to breathe, to eat, to drink. There's no difference. We had a generation, or we had centuries, where information was the privilege of the rich. The world is not out of a human compass north-bearing because the world is inevitably bad or people are bad. I think if we go back to the basis of human interaction, the world is actually pretty good. There's a few individuals that will tilt the world, and if somebody tells you the world is flat, I fully agree, but it's tilted. So what we are doing here is we're giving people access to pillars that make the world straight and flat. And once it's straight and flat, then dolphins can work together to eat sharks rather than sharks working alone to eat a single dolphin that came to their corner of the pond. And this is exactly why I am supporting it as a shark, as somebody who actually sees the monetary value of a better world. Greed is good, as this gecko guy from Wall Street said, if it's long term. Greed means everybody should have a fair share of wealth. Greed is not for one person. Greed should not be a privileged little corner of the world where some people are saying, I have done good because I've donated 1% of my $50 billion. That is not doing good. Changing, doing a quantumly, being aggressive, this is what's going to make the difference. We still believe that there's a requirement for a mobile phone network to make us communicate. We still believe that certain people should be the gatekeepers between what we need and what we are allowed to get. We have to challenge this belief, and this is where you dolphins are always falling a little bit short. Because sharks, we swim, bite, and think later. Dolphins, you still consider the consequences way too long, and the sharks are already there by the time you reach. Get aggressive, swim first, think later, use the information you can get, use the gadgets you can get and the tools that allow you to access the same amount of information any shark in this world is having, and as a group you're way more powerful. This is why I think I was put on the program as an evangelist, and I'm not talking about my good MBA stories here, how you make money. The money comes automatically. The money comes out of normal human action. It is nothing new. People in a group work together to achieve a goal. If it's the village in the Neanderthal 60,000 years ago, where people decided you go hunting, I go picking the fruits, and together we have a meal, or if it's today in the internet where somebody creates content, other people use the content, and together we create wealth, there is no difference. Your role as universities, your role as teachers, your role as dolphins will be to teach a moral fabric rather than to teach information. Information is worthless in a world where everybody can have all the information, because it can't be withheld, so it can't have value. It has a value that is, of course, you can't measure. That doesn't mean zero if I say it has no value. It can't be measured. But what you have to teach is the morals, how to apply this knowledge. Yes, competition is good, but competition needs to have a purpose. It is always the time scale you should teach the people that are listening to you. If it's to make $50 for tomorrow, if you ask 90% of the people out there, if I gave this mobile phone to you, and you can do whatever you want to do with it, 90% will go and sell it. That's the fastest way to make money with this thing. You sell it. You tell him, if you still have it tomorrow, I want it back. So he sells it. So, yes, greed. But if you can teach him that if he doesn't sell it, that within a year he will earn 5 times over what the mobile phone is worth, and he has served his community, and he has made the market bigger, then competition gets a new meaning. And this is what I'm trying to teach my nice shark students when I go out there. I'm trying to give them the picture that the very bad internet with child pornography, all kinds of money laundering, fraud, and what's going on, it's an expression of what is wrong with us as humans. The internet is no different from the street out there. If you're getting mugged, don't call for the police. Ask yourself first, what is wrong with society that you get mugged? The internet is full of muggers. But I think in percentages, it's only the difference between the street and the internet is that in the internet, the cowards are mugging you, and in the streets, the cowards are afraid the police might come. We teach morals, we don't have to be afraid. We teach morals, wealth will come to all of us. Because information, thanks to Crystal and her team, information cannot be withheld. So please, share information, share what you have. Spark is an open source project, so if you have a good business idea that makes somebody more money, I will take it from you and I will give it to the other guys to make as well. Because withholding information, you should be the first one to know it's not going to work. Thank you.